Hello everyone, this is Ryan from teia.cafe. I'm doing a short explainer video of what the site is about and what we'll be working on over the next few years or so. So a little bit of background, my name is Ryan Tanaka. Ryan G. Tanaka is my handle for most things online. I've been in crypto since 2014, mined a little bit of Bitcoin, early Ethereum ICO investor, as well as Dogecoin. I am an owner of a CryptoPunk 8973 right here. You can check it. And I bought it for $100. So a lot of people can't believe that when I tell them, but yeah, it's right there. And the reason why I'm doing a lot of my projects in Tezos now is because I feel like the art community here has a similar potential. So that will basically kind of explain why we decided to build our company on this platform, the Tezos ecosystem. So teia.cafe is an homage to the Teia community. I'm one of the core members there. I was there since after Hicken went down, and I helped finance as well as organize some of the processes through the non-profit formation that it is today. And what makes our site different from others is that I'm kind of working both sides. teia.cafe is a private company, but we don't do our own minting. We're just taking artworks from Teia as well as object.com and curating on behalf of them. So what I mean by that is that here, you can hit the curate button and then set the fee yourself, which is different from where a lot of other platforms do it. Usually this is fixed, but this gives power to the curator to kind of set the price themselves, including marking it up if they think that the art is worth more than the artist originally asked for. And we do respect royalties, so if they do that, the artist also gets a cut, And it's really important for us to maintain that everyone's incentives are aligned, so we can focus on win-win situations. So you hit generate here, and all the details are here, which you can check out later if you want. But okay, so but then the question becomes, well, why would anyone want to buy NFTs, right? I feel like that's a question that doesn't get asked a lot in the industry. And so it is for the art, but at the same time, a lot of professional artists need copyright and licensing features in their artworks, and that part hasn't really been developed yet in the Web3 ecosystem. This is something that normally gets handled by expensive lawyers, right? But what we're trying to do here is make it accessible for every artist out there. So in order to do that, we didn't want to be the bottleneck of, where all of these copyright procedures have been gets handled, because that makes it not only risky but also less transparent, right? So we did a vote here at Teia through the DAO and asked for custom licensing options, and eventually everyone said yes, and it got built in the last couple of months. And here's an example of it. So if you go on teia.art and click the mint button, you can choose custom license options and set the rights yourselves. And this gives artists the power to sell their works, not only for their art, but also for its usage rights, And this just allows them to justify charging a lot more, because you're actually getting a lot more, right? This is kind of the utility in NFTs that people have been talking about. So it creates kind of a document here, and then after you mint it, I have a test one I did here earlier. It shows up in the copyright tab. It's all here. You can click on the metadata to verify that it's on-chain. This is stored on IPFS, so you can't mess with it. And yeah, and then we integrated it to our site as well. See, this is the same one as earlier. Copyright licensing, and it's all here. So what makes this powerful is that the licensing structure is agreed upon by the community and it's owned by the DAO, not a private company, which keeps it away from conflicts of interest, right? A lot of times when DRMs, the digital rights management systems, a lot of them failed because having this stored on just one database somewhere is not very secure, So here we kind of mitigate that problem by leveraging the nonprofit status of the DAO. And these are agreements between the artist and the collector, and they can kind of do whatever they want. And if there's a dispute or legal issues, they handle it amongst themselves, right? This is mostly a form of documentation, but it is still admissible in the court of law. So we're going to be. It is an unusual way to kind of develop a project, but I think some people might find this interesting because it kind of in order to take crypto to the next level, I do think we're going to need things like this, and it's not just us. It's if anyone wants to take this data here and use it for their own purposes, they can, because everything's on chain. Ours is just happens to be one particular one. So here we're going to try to create a marketplace of this stuff. Some people have already been using it, I don't know who this person is. Did it pretty recently. This is a couple of mine that I've been, So this is kind of like the open, decentralized market that everybody has been talking about. And, if we can make it work, I think it'll be great because it should be good for everyone. This is good for people who are looking for art. The artists get paid more. The ecosystem gets a little bit of boost that it's been needing for a while. And, if you're wondering about the marketplace, this is a real marketplace. People pay money for this stuff already. Copyright license market. It says 1.15 billion, but I honestly think it's a lot bigger than people think because the copyright laws are so convoluted and nobody wants to deal with it. A lot of these deals get done under the table, and I know this from being a musician myself, right? Like, do you really want to go through all of the through lawyers and legal documents and blah blah blah? Like most people opt not to. So if we can make it legible in this way, I think the upside is potentially a lot bigger than you might think. And funny thing, before I end this, Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park, the Ziggurats guy, he's been minting on Tezos every day for the last 2 years, in case you didn't know. But he's been putting this into his thing, talk about competition, right? Like, this is exactly, he put a legal agreement attached to his mints on Tezos, telling the owners of his NFT what you can and cannot do, So the need for it is obviously here, and what we're trying to do is basically bring it to everybody who wants to do it. Probably paid a lawyer lots of money to write this up for him, but here we're basically doing it on behalf of the artists. So yeah, that's it, and hopefully that gives idea what it is about. And so yeah, talk to you soon maybe, so have a good one.